Welcome, Walnut. I'm Lara, but you can call me Laz, your host for Walnut Wednesday. This is your reminder to be brave, be yourself, and know that you can make the world a better place just by what you decide today. Here, I'm going to share my weekly walnuttings with you on a Wednesday.
Hello, Walnut. It is me, Laz, here for another episode of Walnut Wednesday. I hope you're having a wonderful week. This week, Walnut, I just wanted to share how much I enjoyed myself on a little baby moon. And as you know, I've had, since my condition, I've had a lot of resistance as to being in this condition, right? So like things like baby shower, things like baby moon, all of the generic things I have just resisted. But the reason why Jordy and I decided to go on a baby moon was because we pre-condition had bought tickets to a concert. And we had this planned for ages. So this episode is a little bit of a story time, but also how it all kind of like worked out, panned out, and how I'm feeling like about it all now, right? So we bought tickets to a concert sort of last year. They were seated tickets, which was like really like, oh, how weird to go to a metal concert with seated tickets. But we were like, we're 30 now, let's try be like cultured. Let's try be grown-ups and like just sit back and enjoy the show. But it was a bit weird. But I think I recorded an episode, Walnut, when I bought the tickets, and just the nostalgia that I was feeling. I was so excited because the opening band was a band that I still love. But when I was a teenager, they came to New Zealand and I missed out. And I just remember just green-eyed monster, like just full jealous of my like ex-boyfriend at the time who had gone up to Auckland to see them. And so this was like my teenager redemption, but also the main act, the main band that were playing, obviously was we had to go. We had to buy the tickets, right? So anyways, we got these tickets. I fall in my condition. Oh shit, what the heck? We passed the point of the point of, okay, I'm definitely in this condition. Are we going to go? Let's talk to the midwife. Let's talk to the people. La di da di da da. Well, not every single person I spoke to was like, Laz, you're not going to want to go. You're not going to want to do this. My midwife cleared it and everything, and we made plans to like, in case I do go into labor, because Walnut, the day of the concert was the day I turned 38 weeks of my condition. Now, your little vampire in your belly is officially like term at 27. So basically from 27 weeks, your vampire can come at any time. So it was very like, oh God. So we packed we've had like lots of little like milestones of stuff that we've had to do, like pack the hospital bag, we're borrowing a capsule and get that put into our car just in case we went into labor up in Auckland, which was kind of like freaky, right? Of course, at the same time that this is all going on, I just finished work. I just finished my 9 to 5 work and went on leave. So this was kind of like my little celebration for going on leave, and becoming a lady of leisure. So lots of little like bits of walnutting and things to liaise and organize and kind of go through. And I feel like when you're at this stage in the condition, Walnut, things get really overwhelming really quickly. It's really hard to make decisions and think about something in a linear fashion. Like I feel very like overly ADD at the moment, where like I've got so many pockets open or tabs open in my brain. It's just kind of weird, and you're always thinking or worrying about things, and it's not necessarily like being my pessimistical self. It's just there's a lot going on physically and mentally at the same time. Anyway, so we did all of those little milestones. We nailed the car seat, didn't even have to ask for instructions. We just got it in there, and I finally packed the bag. I cried. I cried because I realized I don't even know how to dress a baby. There's so much that goes into it, right? But we got it all packed, we got it all sorted, and then when we decided to book our accommodation, we thought, look, this is going to be the last time we just ball out. So we got super pricey accommodation, like a really, really nice hotel. And we got like the middle one with a nice bath and just planned for a really relaxing retreat kind of weekend, and then obviously have the concert on the back end of that. So when we arrived, the service was like outstanding. But when we arrived, we actually got upgraded to the top floor room type, and got an even nicer room and we had already balled out to get a nicer room. So that was like a little treat for us to say, like, well done and everything. And Walnut, this trip was so wonderful for both Jordy and I. It's been a pretty crazy year for the both of us, just in regards to burnout and stress levels and all the things. Obviously my condition as well. But Jordy's like gotten quite sick a lot this year. Just we're both just kind of run down and a bit over life. So this came at a really good time, was really well needed. And Walnut, I have never traveled like this before, where we literally just woke up and decided what to do, which is strange for me. I normally have a rough itinerary sort of thing, but we were kind of just making everything up as we go. We as you know, Jordy and I love to go find new pie places or find new food places. So we had a little bit of like a list of research places that we wanted to go visit, but we didn't have like a schedule. The only thing that was like officially booked in was the tickets to the concert. And Walnut, it was so easy, breezy, relaxing. We were up really early in the morning just because of our natural like body clocks, and then going to bed like kind of early, but our days were full but relaxed. We spent a lot of time just in the room, or I had this beautiful bath. And one of my other micro walnuttings on the trip, Walnut, was I started like that week, the week that I finished my 9 to 5, I started like vlogging. Those like really naff cringe. Yeah, I've done the app of be cringe and do it anyway. But those voiceover ones where it's like, this is what I did today. My toddler felt like having cereal for breakfast, so I went and made. So I've been doing my own version of those, and did it for when we were in Auckland too, because I wanted to share what we were up to, share the gorgeous hotel that we were in, and I've continued to do it towards the end of this condition on my like parental leave, because one, I want to document this time and remember it, and two, I kind of just want to share what I've got going on, and three, I just want to like practice. I just want to try something else. So yeah, if we're friends on the social medias, that is my walnutting, that I have been practicing doing vlogging with voiceovers, which is just actually, it's hard. Try it, Walnut, and it's hard. It's actually really hard. Also uses up a lot of memory on my phone. So I have to delete storage all the time because I haven't deleted things off my phone for a very long time. And that's also time consuming. Anyway, so we had this really, really wonderful baby moon. And I really leaned into the fact that I am a planet right now. I am so fucking pregnant. Walnut, like, I'm so pregnant. Like, got tuckered out. I still did my 12-week challenge, 30-minute walks. And I went to the concert and I had it was the best concert we've ever been to. Even though we were seated, even though I was sober, even though I am the size of a planet, pregnant as fuck. It was such a good trip away. Like, such good vibes. So there's not really a moral to the story, Walnut. I just kind of wanted to share how much I needed a break and how important it is to take those, and how completely worth it was to just splash out on things like that. And I'm not saying go and blow all your money on a really nice experience. Like, obviously you know your finances best and everything like that, but that was one of the best things that Jordy and I had done for our relationship and our like mental health for a really long time. And yeah, it's funny, Walnut, because coming back, the journey home, it was a really long drive. It was really uncomfortable. The next day I had like a headache. I was like bedridden because I was just so tuckered out from the long drive and probably the late night from the concert and stuff. That it feels like you just sink back into the mundaneness of life, right? And so I'm back to doing like the cleaning and putting the nappies in the thing and doing the nesting thing, and back to reality, right? Whereas up there, the vibe that we were on, Jordy and I were getting on so well. We were talking a lot, just having chats, eating yummy food. It just was a breath of fresh air. And like, it's just interesting when you take yourself out of reality and plonk yourself in a place where you can just fully breathe and relax, how much that changes your energy and everything like that. So I just wanted to share that I had a baby moon despite my resistance, and despite me being so super pregnant, and despite every single person apart from my midwife who was like, if you want to do it, you know. Every single person said, you won't want to go. You'll get to the point where you will be so uncomfortable and so tired and you won't want to go. And I did get really super puffy feet towards the end of the concert. I did have a little bit of sore back because I was like kind of like turned on an angle, but I had the best time. And overall, I would say 97% I was comfortable the whole time. Even when I was like waddling around and all the things across the whole trip, it was exactly what Jordy and I needed. So I had a baby moon. I splashed out. We spent some dough on our worthiness, because we are worthy. And I just really wanted to share that and document that on the podcast. And I don't know I think since we've been back, I've felt the vibe drop. You know, I felt the back to reality, mundaneness, and also the, oh shit, I'm gonna have a baby soon. This vampire's coming out. So I felt the little dip in the energy. So I selfishly, Walnut, wanted to record this episode just so I could bask and remember and be in the vibe of that wonderful trip. That wonderful trip that I will always remember as that time that I was super, super pregnant and went to a metal concert, and we balled out, splashed out on like the priciest hotel. We would never, ever really do that. And had a really amazing, wonderful time, great chat, great food, just an awesome experience, just the two of us. So I just wanted to capture that on Walnut Wednesday, and that's my walnutting, admitting this. And so I hope you enjoyed my story time, but also I hope there's something that you can take away from this, Walnut, and that is that sometimes we need to remove ourselves from reality to just have that moment to breathe properly and to refresh and rejuvenate. Because the minute that you're back in, you're back in, right? It's like going on holiday, really. So just encourage you, Walnut, in whatever way or capacity that you can to get that little break, whatever it may look like. And it doesn't need to be spending all the money or leaning into the baby moon and the things. It could just be like, going for a walk and stuff like that. Life is hard. Life is really, really hard sometimes. So that's all I got. I'm out of steam, but I had a wonderful, wonderful time. And please have a little look at my little vlogs that I will continue to do as a lady of leisure, as I progress of what I'm up to before my little vampire arrives. So have a happy Walnut Wednesday, and I will talk to you next week. Bye.